Acceleration here with the CT5-V. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Cadillac CT5-V. Before we get in this video though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Cadillac here in Provo, Utah for giving me some time with this CT5-V. I'm going to include a link to their inventory in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions or need any help, just ask for Craig. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money, the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a twin-turbo 3-liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 18 around town and then 26 on the highway, with power outputs being 335 horsepower and then 405 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we go over the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Starting with the hood, you guys can see super distinctive lines throughout, and I think it looks really muscular. I love the daytime running lights on the new Cadillacs, how it's just like one big line. And then you guys can see the LED reflector headlights. And then notice we've got some not so real venting, but it looks cool. Parking sensors on the front end. And then you guys can see the real, grille mesh here on the front end with the Cadillac logo and then a camera there below the logo. And putting it all together, I love the look of the CT5-V. Coming around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 245/40/19 in the front and over in the rear as well. And then you guys can see how the wheels are satin gray. I think that looks great. We've got the red brake caliper too, which contrasts very nicely. Now you've got the V badge here on the front fender, and we've got these cool looking mirrors. And then this actually has the electronic door handles as well. And then look at all the window trim, it's all blacked out. And then taking a look at the side view here, I love the body lines, especially there on the back with the hips. That looks cool. Now here's a key fob for the CT5-V. You guys can see we've got our unlock function or lock function or remote start, the opening here for the trunk, and then the V logo there on the back. And we'll press this a couple times. Ooh. Now popping into the trunk area, there's quite a bit of storage space here in the back with the CT5-V, so I'd say it's a practical car. And then notice I can lift up the floor here and you can see everything underneath. When you're all done, they give you this nice handle so that you can, I guess, partially throw it down and then do the rest of your hand. Anyways, we've got the Cadillac logo here on the back. You guys can see the V logo, and then look at the tail lights here, and then our CT5 all-wheel drive badges, and then look at the exhaust tips at the bottom. Those are aggressive looking. And then finishing things up here with the CT5-V, I think that it's just a really beautiful car stylistically. Taking a look at the rear door panel here, you guys can see the carbon fiber trim, and look at the silver trim down below, and then all of our padding. Got the stitching there at the bottom. Automatic window, and then you can see a speaker for the high performance Bose sound system. Here are the seats. Notice how it's perforated all down the center portion. Then you got like the stitching there on the side. That is beautiful. Legroom back here is great. We got a little storage pocket. We got some vents. We got some charging action. And then headroom back here is also pretty good. And would you look at this? We got a cup holder armrest. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see again with the carbon fiber trim, and look at the silver trim down below, all of our leather trim with the stitching. All the windows are automatic, which is fun. Got your mirror adjustments. You've got that for the trunk popper. Again, Bose sound system. And then we've got blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. And then taking a look at the front seat, notice the Cadillac logo. You can see perforated all down the center portion of the seat. And then we have our power adjustments here on the side. Almost forgot, V logo, V logo. And pretty nice looking pedals. The controls for the heads-up display, your parking brake, and then the steering wheel is power adjustable. Now starting with the steering wheel, we've got really nice leather trim all around. You got the stitching there in the center and even on the airbag cover. Paddle shifters here on the back for that 10-speed automatic. We got our V mode button right there. And then you've got your volume controls here, some controls for center stack, cruise control. It is adaptive, by the way, with your heated steering wheel function. And then you guys can see turn signal light stock, windshield wiper stock. Now with the center gauge cluster here, we can scroll through a bunch of different menus there on the side. And the fun thing though is gonna be the drive modes. So we've got a My mode, we've got a snow mode, track mode, sport mode, touring mode. But obviously, track mode's the most fun there. It does open up the valves so the exhaust gets a little bit more aggressive. Now in reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel, and you guys can see with all the different viewpoints here. Super solid camera system. Doesn't really need it because it's not a massive car, but it's cool that it has it. Now as for the rest of the infotainment screen, first off, we've got the little shortcut bar here at the bottom. Response time with the screen Oops. The response time on the screen's pretty good. The plastic does get in the way. Notice we have the video recorder and the performance data recorder, which is pretty cool features to have. But yeah, good infotainment screen. We've got our analog controls here for the climate system down below. So dual zone climate, heated and ventilated seats. And then you guys can see with our parking assist there, and then our parking sensors, lane departure, that's for the camera system. And then down below that, we got our wireless phone charging pad. This is our drive mode select here with our stability control, your auto hold, and then your auto stop start. And then right in front of that is the shifter. And also got the manual mode. And then our analog control stack for the infotainment system. And then just a little cup holder thing. And yeah, I like the carbon fiber trim in this area. And then with the center console, decent storage space there. Got a little phone holder, which is pretty cool. I like the stitching here on the top too. That's very nice. And then also look at the dash, and then you got the carbon fiber trim that goes across. And then there's your glove box lined with felt. That's nice. And then up top, we got the camera mirror here. And then we actually have a double sunroof situation. So we got one for the driver, and then we got the for the back passengers too. So that's fun. So we've got our window sticker here for the CT5-V, all of its glory and all that. Anyways, notice everything that is standard, including the Brembo brakes and magnetic ride control, for example. Limited slip as well. Anyways, $50,995 is the base MSRP. Now this has quite a few options added to it, as you can see. Total MSRP on this, $66,345. Let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility here in the CT5 before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood. You can hopefully now see the heads-up display. Both the mirrors throughout the rest of the rear. And, well, let us set off. So just so you guys know, I'm using this driving portion in the CT5 for the CT5 versus CT4 video, and then also for the CT5 review. So I will be talking about the CT4 a bit in this. And that's gonna fall off, so we're just gonna take it off now. Sounds better than the CT4, that's the first thing, and ride quality is also better. I mean, it's expected, it's a bigger car. The CT4 rides really well, but this is more luxury. Definitely more luxury. Yeah, Cadillac does an amazing job with their suspension. It's just so comfortable. I'm super impressed, honestly, and this is torquey. That 2.7 was good, but this, even though it doesn't have that much more power, it feels like it has way more power. It feels way punchier. Drive mode selects in a different area. So we'll pop it into, we'll do the track again because we did track in the other one as well. Love this transmission too, it's super responsive. So going through here, I'll show all of you with the paddle response. Look at this. Like super responsive, and that's just partial throttle. When you go full throttle, it's even snappier with the shifts. Yeah, I like how this sounds so much more. It's, don't get me wrong, the CT4 sounds fine, especially for a 4-cylinder, but the V6 sounds a lot better. And the other thing's the ride quality. It's another big plus with this. Man, this is kind of a crappy turnout here. Visibility is not the greatest, that is for sure. Maybe it's just because I'm not in a super high up truck or SUV like I'm used to. Gosh, I love the torque of this so much. And the brakes are really good too. Both of them have really good brakes. I think that Cadillac did a good job with the braking on both of them. Like they're nice and progressive. They're not over the top or anything like that. So I think that's definitely good. Ride free today. There you go. Free bus rides. It's always a big plus. We are going to get our official acceleration here with the CT5-V. Wow. So summing things up here with the CT5-V. Here's the deal. This thing's great. I love this powertrain. This 3.0 is so fantastic. And yeah, on paper, it has similar power figures to the CT4, But in reality, it feels a lot punchier than you'd think. It's crazy. So yeah, like I said, on paper they're similar, but in reality, they definitely are not.